Morning. How's everything? All right today. All right. All right. All right. All right. Let's get to it. All right. Where we leave off yesterday, say page 561, part 15, chapter 17, Bani Israel, the Israelites. The Israelites, chapter 17. Israelites punished twice. Okay. Section 1, Israelites punished twice. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful, glory to Him who carried His servant by night from the sacred mosque to the remote mosque, whose precincts we blessed, that we might show him of our signs. Surely He is the hearing, the seeing. Surely He is the hearing, the seeing. And we gave Moses the book and made it a guidance to the children of Israel, saying, take no guardian besides me, the offspring of those whom we bore with Noah. Surely he was a grateful servant. The offspring of those whom we bore with Noah, surely he was a grateful servant. And we made known to the children of Israel in the book, certainly you will make mischief in the land twice, and behave insolently with mighty arrogance. Mighty arrogance. So when of the two, the first warning came to pass, we raised against you our servants of mighty prows. So they made havoc in your houses, and it was an accomplished threat. Then we gave you back and turned against them. Then we gave you back the turn against them, and aided you with wealth and children, and made you a numerous band. If you do good for your own souls. And if you do evil, it is for them. So when the second warning came, we raised another people, that they might bring you to grief, and that they might enter the mosque as they entered it the first time, and that they might destroy whatever they conquered with utter destruction. It may be that your Lord will have mercy on you, and if you return mischief, we will return to punishment. And we made hell a prison for the disbelievers. Surely this Quran guides to that which is most upright, and gives good news to the believers who do good, that theirs is a great reward. and that those who believe not in the hereafter, we have prepared for them a painful chastisement. Section 2, every deed has a consequence, and man prays for evil as he ought to pray for good. And man is ever hasty. And we made the night and the day two signs, that we have made the sign of the night to pass away, and we have made the sign of the day manifest, so that you may seek the grace from your Lord, and that you may know the numbering of years and the reckoning. And we have explained everything with distinctness. And we have made, and we have made every man's actions to cling to his neck. And we shall bring forth to them on the day of resurrection a book, which he will find wide open. Read thy book, thine own soul is sufficient as a reckoner against thee this day. Okay. Read thy book. Whoever goes aright, for his own soul does he go aright, and whoever goes astray, to its detriment only does he go astray. And no bearer of a burden can bear the burden of another, nor do we chastise until we raise a messenger. And when we wish to destroy a town, we send commandments to its people who lead easy lives, but they transgress therein. Thus the word proves true against it, so we destroy it with utter destruction. And how many generations did we destroy after Noah? And thy Lord suffices as being aware and seer of his servants' sins. Whoso desires this transitory life, we hasten to him therein what we please, for whomsoever we desire. Then we assign to him the hell. He will enter it despised, driven away. And whoso desires the hereafter and strives hard for it, as he ought to strive, and he is a believer, those are they whose striving is amply rewarded. All do we aid, these as well as those, out of the bounty of thy Lord. And the bounty of thy Lord is not limited. See how we have made some of them to excel others. And certainly the hereafter is greater in degrees and greater in excellence. Associate not any other God with Allah, lest thou sit down despised, forsaken. Section 3, moral precepts. And thy Lord has decreed that you serve none but him, and do good to parents, if either or both of them reach old age with thee, say not fie to them, nor chide them, and speak to them a generous word, and lower to them the wing of humility out of mercy and say, my Lord, have mercy on them, as they brought me up when I was little. Your Lord knows best what is in your minds. If you are righteous, he is surely forgiving to those who turn to him, and give to the near of kin his due, and to the needy and the wayfarer, and squander not wastefully. Surely the squanderers are the devil's brethren, and the devil is ever ungrateful to his Lord. And if thou turn away from them to seek mercy from thy Lord, which thou hopest for, speak to them a gentle word, and make not thy hand to be shackled to thy neck, nor stretch it forth to the utmost limit of its stretching forth, lest thou sit down blamed, stripped off. Surely thy Lord makes plentiful the means of subsistence for whom he pleases, and he straightens. Surely he is ever aware, seer of his servants. Section 4, moral precepts. And kill not your children for fear of poverty. We provide for them and for you. Surely the killing of them is a great wrong. And go not nigh to fornication. Surely it is an obscenity, and evil is the way. And kill not the soul which Allah has forbidden, except for a just cause. And whoever is slain unjustly, we have indeed given to his heir authority, but let him not exceed the limit in slaying. Surely he will be helped. And draw not to the orphan's property, except in a goodly way, till he attains his maturity. Till he attains his maturity and fulfill the promise. Surely the promise will be inquired into, and give full measure when you measure out, and weigh with a true balance. This is fair and better in the end. And follow not that of which thou hast no knowledge. Surely the hearing and the sight and the heart of all of these it will be asked. And go not about in the land exultingly, for thou canst not rend the earth, nor reach the mountains in height. All this, the evil thereof, is hateful in the sight of thy Lord. This is of the wisdom which thy Lord has revealed to thee. And associate not any other God with Allah, lest thou be thrown into hell, blamed, cast away. Has then your Lord preferred to give you sons, and for himself taken daughters from among the angels? Surely you utter a grievous saying. Section 5, disbelievers grow harder. And certainly we have repeated warnings in this Quran that they may be mindful, and it adds not save to their aversion. Say, if there were with him gods, as they say, then certainly they would have been able to seek a way to the Lord of the throne. Glory be to him. And he is highly exalted above what they say. The seven heavens and the earth and those in them declare his glory. And there is not a single thing but glorifies him with his praise. But you do not understand their glorification. Surely he is forbearing, forgiving. And when thou recitest the Quran, we place between thee and those who believe not in the hereafter a hidden barrier, a hidden barrier. And we put coverings on their hearts and a deafness in their ears, lest they understand it. And when thou makest mention of thy Lord alone in the Quran, they turn their backs in aversion. We know best what they listen to when they listen to thee. And when they take counsel secretly, when the wrongdoers say, you follow only a man deprived of reason. See what they liken thee to? So they have gone astray and cannot find the way. And they say, when we are bones and decayed particles, shall we then be raised up as a new creation? Say, be stones or iron or some other creature of those which are too hard to receive life in your minds. But they will say, who will return us? Say, he who created you at first. Still they will shake their heads at thee and say, when will it be? Say, maybe it has drawn nigh. On the day when he will call you forth, then will you obey him, giving him praise. And you will think that you tarried but a little while. Section 6, punishment must follow. And say to my servants that they speak what is best. Surely the devil sows decisions among them. The devil is surely an open enemy to man. Your Lord knows you best. He will have mercy on you if he please, or he will chastise you if he please. And we have not sent thee as being in charge of them. And thy Lord knows best those who are in the heavens and the earth. And certainly we made some of the prophets to excel others. And to David, we gave the Zabur. Say, call on those whom you assert besides him. They have no power to remove distress from you, nor to change. Those whom they call upon themselves seek the means of access to their Lord. Whoever of them is nearest, and they hope for his mercy and fear his chastisement. Surely the chastisement of thy Lord is a thing to be cautious of. And there is not a town, but we will destroy it before the day of resurrection, or chastise it with a severe chastisement that is written in the book. And nothing hindered us from sending signs, but the ancients rejected them. And we gave to Falmouth the she-camel a manifest sign, but they did her wrong. And we send not signs, but to warn. And when we said to thee, surely thy Lord encompasses men, and we made not the vision which we showed thee, but a trial for men, as also the tree cursed in the Quran, and we warned them, but it only adds to their great inordinacy, great inordinacy. Section 7, the devil's opposition to the righteous. And when we said to the angels, be submissive to Adam, they submitted except Iblis. He said, shall I submit to him whom thou hast created of dust? He said, seest thou, this is he whom thou hast honored above me? If thou respite me to the day of resurrection, I will certainly cause his progeny to perish, except a few. He said, be gone. Whoever of them follows thee, surely hell is your recompense, a full recompense. And incite whom thou canst of them with thy voice, and collect against them thy horse and thy foot, and share with them in wealth and children, and promise them. And the devil promises them only to deceive. My servants, thou hast surely no authority over them, and thy Lord suffices as having charge of affairs. Your Lord is he who speeds the ships for you in the sea, that you may seek of his grace. Surely he is ever merciful to you. And when distress afflicts you in the sea, away go those whom you call on except he. But when he brings you safe to land, you turn away, and man is ever ungrateful. Do you then feel secure that he will not bring you low on a tract of land, or send on you a violent wind? Then you will not find a protector for yourselves. Or do you feel secure that he will take you back into it another time? Or do you feel secure that he will not take you back into it another time? Then send you on a fierce gale, and thus overwhelm you for your ungratefulness. Then you will not find any aider against us in the matter. And surely we have honored the children of Adam, and we carry them in the land and the sea, and we provide them with good things, and we have made them to excel highly most of those whom we have created. And we have made them to excel highly most of those whom we have created. Section 8, opposition to the prophet. Surah 71. Surah 71. On the day when we shall call every people with their leader, then whoever is given a book in his right hand, these will read their book, and they will not be dealt with a whit unjustly. And whoever is blind in this world, he will be blind in the hereafter, and further away from the path, and further away from the path. And surely they have proposed to turn thee away from that which we have revealed to thee, that thou shouldest forge against us other than that, and that they would have taken thee for a friend. And if we had not made thee firm, thou mightest have indeed inclined to them a little. Then we would have made thee taste a double punishment in life, and a double punishment after death. And then thou wouldest not have found any helper against us. And surely they proposed to unsettle thee from the land, that they might expel thee from it. And then they will not tarry after thee, but a little. This is our way with our messengers, whom we sent before thee, and thou wilt not find a change in our course. Section 9, truth will prevail. Surah 78, keep up prayer from the declining of the sun till the darkness of the night, and the recital of the Quran at dawn. Surely the recital of the Quran at dawn is witnessed. And during part of the night, keep awake by it, beyond what is incumbent on thee. Maybe thy Lord will raise thee to a position of great glory. And say, my Lord, make me enter a truthful entering, and make me go forth a truthful going forth, and grant me from thy presence and authority to help me. And say, the truth has come and falsehood vanished. Surely falsehood is ever bound to vanish. And we revealed of the Quran that which is a healing and a mercy to the believers. Excuse me. And it adds only to the perdition of the wrongdoers. And when we bestow favors on man, he turns away and behaves proudly. And when evil afflicts him, he is in despair. Say, everyone acts according to his manner, but your Lord best knows who is best guided on the path. Section 10, the Quran, a unique guidance. And they ask thee about the revelation. Say, the revelation is by the commandment of my Lord, and of knowledge you are given but a little. And if we please, we could certainly take away that which we have revealed to thee. Then thou wouldest find none to plead thy against us, thy cause against us. Sorry about that. But it is a mercy from thy Lord. Surely his bounty to thee is abundant. Say, if men and jinn should combine together to bring the like of this Quran, they could not bring the like of it, though some of them were aiders of others. And certainly we have made clear for men in this Quran every kind of description, but most men consent to not, save denying. And they say, we will by no means believe in thee till thou cause a spring to gush forth from the earth for us, or thou have a garden of palms and grapes, in the midst of which thou cause rivers to flow forth abundantly. Excuse me. Or if thou cause the heaven to come down upon us in pieces, as thou thinkest, or bring Allah and the angels face to face with us. Boy, the things they ask for. Or if thou have a house of gold, or if thou ascend into heaven, and we will not believe in thy ascending till thou bring down to us a book we can read. We can read. Say, glory to my Lord. Am I aught but a mortal messenger? Section 11, justice of retribution. And nothing prevents people from believing when the guidance comes to them, except that they say, has Allah raised up a mortal to be a messenger? Say, had there been in the earth angels walking about secure, we would have sent down to them from the heaven an angel as messenger. Say, Allah suffices for a witness between me and you. Surely he is ever aware of his servants, seeing. And he whom Allah guides, he is on the right way. And he whom he leaves in error, for them thou wilt find no guardians besides him. And we shall gather them together on the day of resurrection on their faces, blind and dumb and deaf. Their abode is hell. Whenever it abates, we make them burn the more. This is their retribution, because they disbelieve in our messages and say, when we are bones and decayed particles, shall we then be raised up into a new creation? See they not that Allah, who created the heavens and the earth, is able to create the like of them? And he has appointed for them a term, whereof there is no doubt. But the wrongdoers consent to naught but denying. Say, if you control the treasures of the mercy of my Lord, then you would withhold them for fear of spending. And man is ever niggardly. Section 12, comparison with Moses. And certainly we gave Moses 9 clear signs. So ask the children of Israel, when he came to them, Pharaoh said to him, surely I deem thee, O Moses, to be one bewitched He said, surely thou knowest that none but the Lord of the heavens and the earth has sent these as clear proofs. And surely I believe thee, O Pharaoh, to be lost. So he desired to scare them from the land, but we drowned him and those with him all together. And we said to the children of Israel after him, abide in the land. But when the latter promise came, we brought you all rolled up. Excuse me. And with truth we have revealed it, and with truth did it come. And we have not sent thee, but a giver of good news and as a warner. And it is a Quran we have made distinct, so that thou mayest read it to the people by slow degrees. And we have revealed it in portions. Say, believe in it or believe not. Surely those who are given the knowledge before it fall down prostrate on their faces when it is recited to them, and say, glory to our Lord. Surely the promise of our Lord was to be fulfilled. And they fall down on their faces weeping, and it adds to their humility, prostration. Say, call on Allah, or call on the Beneficent by whatever name you call on him. He has the best names. And utter not thy prayer loudly, nor be silent in it, and seek a way between these, and say, praise be to Allah, who has not taken to himself a son, and who has not a partner in the kingdom, and who has not a helper because of weakness, and proclaim his greatness, magnifying him. Chapter 18, Al-Kahf, the cave. The cave. Section 1, a warning to the Christians. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful. Praise be to Allah, who revealed the book to his servant and allowed not therein any crookedness, rightly directing to give warning of severe punishment from him, and to give good news to the believers who do good, that theirs is a goodly reward, staying in it forever, and to warn those who say, Allah has taken to himself a son. They have no knowledge of it, nor had their fathers. Grievous is the word that comes out of their mouths. They speak nothing but a lie. They speak nothing but a lie. Then maybe thou wilt kill thyself with grief, sorrowing after them, if they believe not in this announcement. Surely we have made whatever is on the earth an embellishment for it, so that we may try which of them is best in works. And we shall surely make what is on it dust, without herbage. Or thinkest thou that the companions of the cave and the inscription were of our wonderful signs? When the youths sought refuge in the cave, they said, "Our Lord, grant us mercy from thyself and provide for us a right course in our fare." So we prevented them, so we prevented them from hearing in the cave for a number of years. Then we raised them up that we might know which of the two parties was best able to calculate the time for which they remained. Section 2, the dwellers in the cave. We relate to thee their story with truth. Surely they were youths who believed in their Lord, and we increased them in guidance. And we strengthened their hearts when they stood up and said, "Our Lord is the Lord of the heavens and the earth. We call upon no God beside him. For then indeed we should utter an enormity. These, our people, have taken gods besides him. Why do they not bring clear authority for them? Who is then more unjust than he who forges a lie against Allah, against Allah? And when you withdraw from them, and what they worship save Allah, take refuge in the cave. Your Lord will spread forth for you of his mercy and provide for you a profitable course in your fare. And thou mightest see the sun, when it rose, decline from their cave to the right, and when it set, leave them behind on the left, while they were in a wide space thereof. This is of the signs of Allah. He whom Allah guides, he is on the right way, and whom he leaves in error, thou wilt not find for him a friend to guide aright. A friend to guide aright. Section 3, the dwellers in the cave. The dwellers in the cave. And thou mightest think them awake while they were asleep. And we turned them about to the right and to the left, with their dog outstretching its paws at the entrance. If thou didst look at them, thou wouldest turn back from them in flight, and thou wouldest be filled with awe because of them. And thus did we rouse them, that they might question each other. A speaker from among them said, "How long have you tarried?" They said, "We have tarried for a day, or a part of a day." Others said, "Your Lord knows how long you have tarried. Now send one of you with this silver coin of yours to the city, then let him see what food is purest, and bring you provision from it, and let him behave with gentleness and not make your case known to anyone. For if they prevail against you, they would stone you to death or force you back to their religion, and then you would never succeed. And thus did we make men to get knowledge of them, that they might know that Allah's promise is true, and that the hour, there is no doubt about it. While they disputed among themselves about their affair, and said, erect an edifice over them. Their Lord knows best about them. Those who prevailed in their affair those who prevailed in their affair said, we shall certainly build a place of worship over them. Some say, they were 3, the 4th of them their dog, and others say 5, the 6th of them their dog, making conjectures about the unseen, and others say 7, and the 8th of them their dog, say, my Lord best knows their number. None knows them but a few. So contend not in their matter, but with an outward contention. And question not any of them concerning them. Section 4, the Quran as a guidance. And say not of anything, I will do that tomorrow, unless Allah please. And remember thy Lord when thou forgettest and say, maybe my Lord will guide me to a nearer course to the right than this. And they remained in their cave 300 years, and they add 9. Say, Allah knows best how long they remained. His is the unseen of the heavens and the earth. How clear his sight and his hearing. There is no guardian for them beside him. And he associates none in his judgment. And recite that which has been revealed to thee of the book of thy Lord. There is none who can alter his words, and thou wilt find no refuge beside him. And keep thyself with those who call on their Lord morning and evening, desiring his goodwill. And let not thine eyes pass from them, despairing the beauties of this world's life. And follow not him whose heart we have made unmindful of our remembrance. And he follows his low desires, and his case exceeds due bounds. And say, the truth is from your Lord. So let him who please believe. So let him who please disbelieve. Surely we have prepared for the iniquitous a fire, an enclosure of which will encompass them. And if they cry for water, they are given water like molten brass, scalding their faces. Evil the drink, and ill the resting place. As for those who believe and do good, we waste not the reward of him who does a good work. These it is for whom are gardens of perpetuity, wherein flow rivers. They are adorned therein with bracelets of gold, and they wear green robes of fine silk and thick brocade, reclining therein on raised couches. Excellent the recompense, and goodly the resting place. Section 5, a parable. And set forth to them the parable of two men. For one of them we made two gardens of grapevines, and we surrounded them with date palms, and between them we made cornfields. Both these gardens yielded their fruits, and failed not in aught thereof, and we caused the river to gush forth in their midst. And he had fruit. So he said to his companion, while he argued with him, I have greater wealth than thou, and am mightier in followers. And he went into his garden while he was unjust to himself. He said, I think not that this will ever perish. Oh, you're getting fancy. And I think not the hour will come. And even if I am returned to my Lord, I will certainly find a returning place better than this. His companion said to him, while arguing with him, disbelievest thou in him who created thee of dust? Then of a small life germ? Then he made thee a perfect man. A perfect man? But as for me, he, Allah, is my Lord, and I associate none with my Lord. And wherefore didst thou not say, when thou enterest thy garden, it is as Allah has pleased? There is no power save in Allah. If thou consider me as less than thee in wealth and children, then maybe my Lord will give me better than thy garden, and will send on thine a reckoning from heaven, so that it is dust without plant. Or its water will sink down into the ground, so that thou art unable to find it. And his fruit was destroyed, so he began to wring his hands for that what he had spent on it, while it lay waste, its roofs falling down. And he said, oh me, would I had ascribed no partners to my Lord. And he had no host to help him against Allah, nor could he defend himself. Thus protection is only Allah's, the true one. He is best to reward and best in requiting. Section 6, the guilty are brought to judgment, and set forth to them the parable of the life of this world as water, which we send down from the cloud. So the herbage of the earth becomes luxuriant thereby. Then it becomes dry, broken into pieces, which the winds scatter. And Allah is the holder of power over all things. Wealth and children are an adornment of the life of this world, but the ever abiding, the good works are better with thy Lord in reward and better in hope. And the day when we cause the mountains to pass away, and thou seest the earth a leveled plain, and we gather them together and leave none of them behind. And they are brought before their Lord in ranks. Now, certainly you have come to us as we created you at first. Nay, you thought that we had not made an appointment for you. That's going to be fun. Well, we all have a meeting with our Lord, and the book is placed, and thou seest the guilty fearing for what is in it. And they say, oh, woe to us. What a book is this? It leaves out neither a small thing nor a great one, but numbers them all. And they find what they did confronting them. And thy Lord wrongs not anyone. Section 7, their helplessness. And when we said to the angels, make submission to Adam, they submitted except Iblis. He was of the jinn. So he transgressed the commandment of his Lord. Will you then take him and his offspring for friends rather than me? And they are your enemies? Evil is the exchange for the unjust. I made them not to witness the creation of the heaven and the earth, nor their own creation, nor should I take those who mislead for aiders. And one day he will say, call on those whom you considered to be my partners. So they will call on them, but they will not answer them. And we shall cause a separation between them. And the guilty will see the fire and know that they are about to fall into it. They will find no escape from it. Section 8, warning is disregarded. And certainly we have made distinct in this Quran for mankind every kind of description. And man is in most things contentious. And nothing prevents men from believing when the guidance comes to them and from asking forgiveness of their Lord, but that they wait for the way of the ancients to overtake them, or that the chastisement should confront them. Now this one I like. See, they wait for the ways of the ancients to overtake them. Yeah, we talking about Egypt and the gods. How like America is based. It reflects Egypt, like, yeah, man, like America took Egyptian style and fashioned the Western world Egyptian style. And so their way of worship is the ancient way. And that way overtakes them before Allah, word, because they want to worship gods. If you look around, everybody always talking about Egypt and the gods. Anunnaki and all that. But that's nothing. You understand? You know, they wait on to confront them side. And we send not messengers, but as givers of good news and warning. And those who disbelieve contend with falsehood to weaken thereby the truth. And they take my messages and the warning for a mockery. Yeah, they do. Because it's the truth. If it was Egyptian style, they would love it. For mockery. And who is more unjust than he who is reminded of the messages of his Lord? Then he turns away from them and forgets what his hands have sent before. Surely we have placed veils over their hearts, lest they understand it, and a deafness into their ears. And if thou call to them to the guidance, they will even then never follow the right course. And thy Lord is forgiving, full of mercy. Were he to punish them for what they earn, he would certainly hasten the chastisement for them. But for them there is an appointed time from which they will find no refuge. In these towns, we destroyed them when they did wrong, and we appointed a time for their destruction. Section 9. Section 9. Moses travels in search of knowledge. And when Moses said to his servant, I will not cease until I reach the junction of the two rivers. Otherwise, I will go on for years. So when they reached the junction of the two rivers, oh man, honey, when you have a muscle butt, you can't sit down a long time like that. Let me get back to it. Got the bone, but let's get busy. Yeah. Okay. All right. They forgot their fish, and it took its way into the river, being free. Lord knows these. But when they had gone further, he said to his servant, bring to us our morning meal. Certainly we have found fatigue in this our journey. He said, sawest thou then when we took refuge on the rock? I forgot the fish, and none but the devil made me forget to speak of it. And it took its way into the river. What a wonder. He said, this is what we sought for? So they returned, retracing their footsteps. Then they found one of our servants whom we had granted mercy from us, and whom we had taught knowledge from ourselves. Moses said to him, may I follow thee, that thou mayest teach me of the good thou hast been taught? He said, thou canst not have patience with me. And how canst thou have patience in that whereof thou hast not a comprehensive knowledge? He said, if Allah please, thou wilt find me patient, nor shall I disobey thee in aught. He said, if thou wouldest follow me, question me not about nothing until I myself speak to thee about it. Section 10, Moses travels in search of knowledge. Moses travels in search of knowledge. So they set out until when they embarked in a boat. He made a hole in it. Moses said, hast thou made a hole in it to drown its occupants? Thou hast surely done a grievous thing. He said, did I not say that thou could not have patience with me? So they went on. No. Patience with thee. He said, blame me not for what I forgot, and be not hard upon me for what I did. So they went on until when they met a boy. He slew him. Moses said, hast thou slain an innocent person, not guilty of slaying another? Thou hast indeed done a horrible thing. Part 16. He said, did I not say to thee that thou couldst not have patience with me? He said, if I ask thee about anything after this, keep not company with me. Thou wilt then indeed have found an excuse in my case. So they went on until when they came to the people of a town. They asked its people for food, but they refused to entertain them as guests. Then they found in it a wall which was on the point of falling. So he put it into a right state. Moses said, if thou had wished, thou could have taken a recompense for it. He said, this is the parting between me and thee. Now I will inform thee of the significance of that which thou couldst not have patience. As for the boat, it belonged to poor people working on the river, and I intended to damage it, for there was behind them a king who seized every boat by force. And as for the boy, his parents were believers, and we feared lest he should involve them in wrongdoing and disbelief. So we intended that their Lord might give them in his place one better in purity and nearer to mercy. And as for the wall, it belonged to two orphan boys in the city, and there was beneath it a treasure belonging to them. And their father had been a righteous man. So thy Lord intended that they should attain their maturity and take out their treasure of mercy from thy Lord. And I did not do it of my own accord. This is the significance of that which thou couldst not have patience. Section 11, Dul al-Qarnayn and Gog and Magog. All right, we're at the hour mark. We're going to take a 5-minute break. All right, so I'll be right back. Can we leave at? Okay, section 11. I'll be right back. Oh, my neck, my back, my neck and my back. Ali, where my boy at? Where my boy? Hey, man. I see you over there in the door. Now. Right. Let's get back to it. Okay. Section 11, Du al Quanain and Gog and Magog. Magog. And they asked thee about Dua al Quanain. Say, I will recite to you an account of him. Truly, we established him in the land and granted him means of access to everything. So he followed a course. This is a messenger here. until when he reached the setting place of the sun, he found it going down into a black sea, and found by it a people. We said, O Dua al-Qanan, either punish them or do them a benefit. He said, as for him who is unjust, we shall chastise him. Then he will be returned to his Lord, and he will chastise him with an exemplary chastisement. I'm sorry. And as for him who believes and does good, for him is a good reward, and we shall speak to him an easy word of our command. Then he followed a course until when he reached the land of the rising sun. He found it rising on a people to whom we had given no shelter from it. So it was, and we had full knowledge of what he had. Then he followed a course until when he reached a place between the two mountains. He found on that side of them, a people who could hardly understand a word. They said, O Dur al-Qanan, Gog and Magog do mischief in the land. May we then pay thee tribute on condition that thou raise a barrier between us and them? He said, that wherein my Lord has established me is better. That wherein my Lord has established me is better. So if only you help me with strength of men, I will make a fortified barrier between you and them. Surah 96, page 609. Bring me blocks of iron at length. When he had filled up the space between the two mountain sides, he said, blow, till when he had made it as fire, he said, bring me molten brass to pour over it. So they were not able to scale it, nor could they make a hole in it. He said, this is a mercy from my Lord. But when the promise of my Lord comes to pass, he will crumble it. And the promise of my Lord is ever true, And on that day, we shall let some of them surge against others, and the trumpet will be blown. Then we shall gather them all together, and we shall bring forth hell exposed to view on that day before the disbelievers, whose eyes were under a cover from my reminder, and they could not bear to hear. Section 12, Christian Nations, Surah 102. Do those who disbelieve think they can take my servants to be friends besides me? Surely we have prepared hell as an entertainment for the disbelievers. Say, shall we inform you who are the greatest losers in respect of deeds? Those whose effort goes astray in this world's life, and they think that they are making good manufacturers. Those are they who disbelieve in the messages of their Lord and the meeting with him. So their works are vain, nor shall we set up a balance for them on the day of resurrection. This is their reward, hell, because they disbelieved and held my messages and my messengers in mockery. As for those who believe and do good deeds, for them are gardens of paradise and entertainment. To abide therein, they will not desire removal therefrom. Say, if the sea were ink for the words of my Lord, the sea would surely be exhausted before the words of my Lord were exhausted. So we brought the like of it to add thereto. Say, I am only a mortal like you. It is revealed to me that your God is one God. So whoever hopes to meet his Lord, he should do good deeds and join no one in the service, and join no one, and join no one in the service of his Lord. Yeah, I got it. Chapter 19, page 613. Mariam, Mariam. Section 1, Zacharias, Zacharias and John. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful, sufficient guide, blessed, knowing, truthful God. A mention of the mercy of thy Lord to his servant Zacharias. When he called upon his Lord, crying in secret, he said, my Lord, my bones are weakened, and my head flares with hoariness, and I have never been unsuccessful in my prayer to thee, my Lord. And I fear my kinsfolk after me, and my wife is barren. So grant me from thyself and hear, who should inherit me and inherit of the children of Jacob, and make him, my Lord, acceptable to thee, O Zacharias, we give thee good news of a boy whose name is John. We have not made before anyone his equal. He said, my Lord, how shall I have a son, and my wife is barren, and I have reached extreme old age? He said, so it will be. Thy Lord says, it is easy to me, and indeed I created thee before, when thou wast nothing. He said, my Lord, give me a sign. He said, thy sign is that thou speak not to people 3 nights, being in sound health. So he went forth to his people from the sanctuary and proclaimed to them, glory, Allah, morning and evening. O John, take hold of the book with strength. And we granted him wisdom when a child, and kind-heartedness from us, and purity. And he was dutiful and kindly to his parents, and he was not insolent, disobedient. And peace on him the day he was born, and the day he died, and the day he is raised to life. Section 2, Mary and Jesus. And mention, okay, and mention Mary in the book when she drew aside from her family to an eastern place. When she drew aside from her family to an eastern place. So she screened herself from them. Then we sent to her our spirit, and it appeared to her as a well-made man. She said, I flee for refuge from thee to the beneficent, if thou art one guarding against evil. He said, I am only bearer of a message of my Lord, that I will give thee a pure boy. She said, how can I have a son and no mortal has yet touched me? Nor have I been unchastity. Excuse me. Nor have I been unchastity. He said, so it will be, thy Lord says, it is easy to me, and that we may make him a sign to men and a mercy from us, and it is a matter decreed. Then she conceived him and withdrew with him to a remote place. And the throes of childbirth drove her to the trunk of a palm tree. She said, oh, would that I had died before this and had been a thing quite forgotten. So a voice came to her from beneath her. Grieve not. Surely thy Lord has provided a stream beneath thee, and shake towards thee the trunk of the palm tree. It will drop on thee fresh, ripe dates. So eat and drink and cool the eye. Then if thou seest any mortal, say, surely I have vowed a fast to the beneficent, so I will not speak to any man today. Then when she came to her people with him, carrying him, Jesus. Then she came to her people with him, carrying him. They said, oh, Mary, thou hast indeed brought us a strange thing. What? Why is Jesus being called a strange thing? I don't know, but, O sister of Aaron, thy father was not a wicked man, nor was thy mother an unchaste woman. But she pointed to him. They said, how should we speak to one who is a child in the cradle? He said, this is Jesus, as a baby, I am indeed a servant of Allah. He has given me the book and made me a prophet. And he has made me blessed wherever I may be. And he has enjoined on me prayer and poor rate so long as I live, and to be kind to my mother. And he has not made me insolent, unblessed. And peace on me the day I was born, and the day I die, and the day I am raised to life. Such is Jesus, son of Mary, a statement of truth about which they dispute. It beseems not Allah that he should take to himself a son. Glory be to him. When he decrees a matter, he only says to it, be, and it is. And surely Allah is my Lord and your Lord, so serve him. This is the right path. but parties from among them made them, no, no, but parties from among them differed. So woe to those who disbelieve because of their presence on a grievous day. How clearly will they hear and see on the day when they come to us? But the wrongdoers are today in manifest error, and warn them of the day of regret, when the matter is decided, and they are now in negligence, and they believe not. Surely we inherit the earth and those thereon, and to us they are returned. Section 3, Abraham. And mention Abraham in the book. Surely he was a truthful man, a prophet. When he said to his sire, O my sire, why worshipest thou that which hears not, nor sees, can, nor can it avail thee aught? O my sire, to me indeed has come the knowledge which has not come to thee. So follow me. I will guide thee on a right path. I will guide thee on a right path. O my sire, serve not the devil. Surely the devil is disobedient to the beneficent. O my sire, surely I fear lest the punishment from the beneficent should afflict thee, so that thou become a friend of the devil. He said, dislikest thou my gods? He said, dislikest thou my gods, O, O Abraham? Dislikest thou my gods, O Abraham? Ooh, that's a doozy. If thou desist not, I will certainly drive thee away and leave me for a time. Excuse me about that. He said, peace be to thee. I shall pray, my Lord, to forgive thee. Surely he is ever kind to me. And I withdraw from you and that which you call on besides Allah, and I call upon my Lord. Maybe I shall not remain unblessed in calling upon my Lord. So when he withdrew from them and that which they worshipped besides Allah, and we gave him Isaac and Jacob, and each of them we made a prophet, and we gave them our mercy, and we granted them a truthful mention of eminence, a truthful mention of eminence. Section 4, other prophets are raised. And mention Moses in the book. Surely he was one purified and was a messenger, a prophet. And we called to him from the blessed side of the mountain, and we made him draw nigh in communion. And we gave him out of our mercy his brother Aaron, a prophet. And mention Ishmael, and mention Ishmael in the book. Surely he was truthful in promise, and he was a messenger, a prophet, and he enjoined on his people prayer and alms giving, and was one in whom his Lord was well pleased. And mention Idris in the book. Idris. And mention Idris in the book. Surely he was a truthful man, a prophet, and we raised him to an elevated state. These are they on whom Allah bestowed favors from among the prophets of the seed of Adam, and of those whom we carried with Noah, and of the seed of Abraham, and Israel, and of those whom we guided and chose. When the messages of the beneficent were recited to them, they fell down in submission, weeping, prostration. But there came after them an evil generation who wasted prayers and followed lust, so they will meet perdition. Except those who repent and believe and do good, such will enter the garden, and they will not be wronged in aught. Gardens of perpetuity, which the beneficent has promised to his servants in the unseen. Surely his promise ever comes to pass. They will hear therein no vain discourse, but only peace. And they have their sustenance therein, morning and evening. This is the garden which we cause those of our servants to inherit, who keep their duty. And we descend not but by the command of thy Lord. To him belongs what is before us and what is behind us and what is between these. And thy Lord is never forgetful. Lord of the heavens and the earth, and what is between them. So serve him and be patient in his service. Knowest thou any one equal to him? No. Section 5, how the opponents were dealt with. And says man, when I am dead, shall I truly be brought forth alive? Does not man remember that we created him before, when he was nothing? So by thy Lord, we shall certainly gather them together, and the devils, and shall we bring them around hell on their knees. Then shall we bring them around hell on their knees. Then we shall draw forth from every sect those most rebellious against the beneficent. Again, we certainly know best those who deserve most to be burned therein. And there is not one of you but shall come to it. This is an unavoidable decree of thy Lord. And we shall deliver those who guard against evil, and leave the wrongdoers therein on their knees. And when our clear messages are recited to them, those who disbelieve say to those who believe, which of the two parties is better in position and better in assembly? And how many a generation have we destroyed before them, who had better possessions and appearance, saying, as for him who is in error, the beneficent will prolong his length of days until they see what they were threatened with, either the punishment or the hour. Then they will know who is worse in position and weaker in forces. And Allah increases in guidance those who go aright, in deeds that endure. The good deeds are with thy Lord, better in recompense and yield better return. Hast thou seen him who disbelieves in our messages and says, I shall certainly be given wealth and children? Has he gained knowledge of the unseen or made a covenant with the beneficent? By no means. We write down what he says, and we shall lengthen to him the length of the chastisement. And we shall inherit from him what he says, and he will come to us alone. And they have taken gods besides Allah, that they should be to them a source of strength. By no means. They will soon deny their worshiping them and be their adversaries. Section 6, false doctrine of sonship. Seest thou not that we send the devils against the disbelievers, inciting them incitingly? So make no haste against them. We only number out to them a number of days. The day when we gather the dutiful to the beneficent to receive honors and drive the guilty to hell. As thirsty beasts, they have no power. They have no power of intercession, save him who has made a covenant with the beneficent. So ain't no calling on Jesus. And they say the beneficent has taken to himself a son. Certainly you make an abominable assertion. Abominable assertion. Okay, y'all got that one? Y'all got that one. Y'all know what I be trying to say. I know y'all got it. I just got to make it perfect. I don't want to mess up one word, you know? This is my Lord's word. Okay, let's get back to it. The heavens may almost be rent thereat, and the earth cleave asunder, and the mountains fall down in pieces. That they ascribe a son to the beneficent, and it is not worthy of the beneficent that he should take to himself a son. There is none in the heavens and the earth, but comes to the beneficent as a servant. Certainly he comprehends them and has numbered them all. And every one of them will come to him on the day of resurrection alone. Those who believe and do good deeds, for them the beneficent will surely bring about love. You know, Allah don't mention the word love that much in the book. It's only in here about 3 times, man. You know, because I think the word duty takes the place of the word love. Because when you observe your duty, that is the representation of love, spiritual, true love, duty, abiding by your duty, being responsible for what you do and say. So we have made it easy in thy tongue. I'm sorry about that. I lost y'all for a minute. Check it out, though. Come on, baby boy. By no means, we write down what he says. We shall lengthen to him the length of the chastisement, and we shall inherit from him what he says, and he will come to us alone. And they have taken gods besides Allah, and they should be to them a source of strength. By no means, they will soon deny their worshiping them and be their adversaries. I already read all that, right? Okay, I let it off with love. Surely bring about love. So we have made it easy in thy tongue only that thou should give good news thereby to those who guard against evil, and shouldest warn thereby a contentious people. And how many a generation before them have we destroyed? Canst thou see any one of them, or hear a sound of them? Okay, I think we'll leave it right there. All right. All right. So we're on chapter 20, Taha, page 629. So we read from 561 to 629. That much. All right. So I'm going to leave it there, and you guys have a blessed Sabbath, Sunday, and give thanks to your Lord, please, for your eyes, your tongue, your heart, your bones, your muscles, your hearing. Little is it, you give thanks. Little things. I wish all y'all the best of everything. I want all, and I want y'all to listen to this book. And I hear a lot of stuff about how they argue about little girls and being able to be with underage girls. That's a rumor that spreads about in Islam when it is not in this book at all. Nothing, speaking of little girls, is in this book. Nothing that talks about you can have this little girl when she's this. Nothing. Not a thing. I done read this book many times. Study it. Nothing in it giving you permission to mess with little girls. Nothing. That's my word is bond. And another thing, there's a lot of talk about the Mahdi, the guided one, the one who self-guides. Mahdi is not in this book. It's not mentioned one time in this book. Mahdi is not mentioned one time in the Quran. And if he is mentioned, it's at the bottom, and it's spoken by Maulana Muhammad Ali, maybe when he would refer to a scripture or explaining a thing. But out of Jibril's mouth and Allah, nothing about no Mahdi that we should be waiting for, looking out for. Nothing about the return of Jesus. Nothing about that. You want to know what returns? Judgment. And judgment is holy Allah's. And like we read, there is no, intercessors. So nobody is between you and your Lord. Nobody. You come to him alone. Okay? So let's not worship the prophets. Let's not worship messengers. Let's worship our Creator, who created all living things. Willingly or unwillingly, come forth. And we come forth. Praise be to Allah. Let's do the prayer. Bismillah ar-Rahmanir Rahim. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Ar-Rahmanir Rahim. Maliki Yawmiddin. Iyaka na'budu wa iyaka nasta'in. Idina siratal mustaqim. Siratal latina an'amta alayhim ghayril maghdubi alayhim wala dalin. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Amen. All right. I'll see y'all tomorrow, man. Allah bless. Enjoy your day. I will. It's all love. Y'all have a good one. Peace. Salam.